Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's your host, Captain Boyne. Thank you so much for being here. This is your sports report. It'll take however long it takes to get you that information that you need. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share with your family and friends. Follow us on Instagram, 4th and 1 Podcast, all the words spelled out. Go follow me on Twitch, Captain Boyne 11, doing some exciting stuff on there. I feel very excited, very grateful to be able to bring you the sports report today. It's going to be a long one, more than likely. Got a lot of information to cover, so let's just jump right in. Alrighty, I'll take you back to Monday. It was game 4 between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. And the Boston Celtics, since losing game 2 after the Heat sunk 23 three-pointers, have acted like the 1 seed. They got 38 points from Derek White, and he lit them up the Miami Heat for 18 threes. It's a 102-88 victory, and the Boston Celtics now lead that series 3-1. Also, the other 1 seed taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. They never slipped up in this series, and they got out the brooms on Monday night behind 24 points from Jalen Williams and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. All 5 starters scored in double figures. It was a 97-89 victory, and the Oklahoma City Thunder sweep the New Orleans Pelicans in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Granted, the Pelicans were playing without their star, Zion Williamson, but it probably wouldn't have mattered. And then finally on Monday night, the 2 seed, the Denver Nuggets, hit a game-winning shot against Jamal Murray. Sorry, the words got stuck in the brain and just took a while to get from the brain to the mouth. Behind 32 points from Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic had 20 rebounds, 9 assists, and 25 points. 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Michael Porter Jr. added 5 threes as well, and they get the job done, beating the Los Angeles Lakers in 5 games, 106-108. Alrighty, and then last night, it was Tuesday night. It was game 5 between the Philadelphia 76ers, who were facing elimination on the road against the New York Knicks. It was a tough, hard-fought game. Down 6 with under 30 seconds to go, Tyrese Maxey said, "Not tonight. We're going back to Philly." He scored or assisted on the final 11 points for the Philadelphia 76ers. They tie the game on a Tyrese Maxey 35-foot 3. He had 46 in the game. He had 9 assists to go along with that. Joel Embiid recorded a triple-double with 19 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists, but it was the Maxey show. They needed all 46 points that he gave them, because Jalen Brunson had 40 points for the New York Knicks, but it was enough to force Game 6 back in Philly, 112-106. And then also last night, I think I have multiple tabs open, but that's okay. Also last night, the Orlando Magic took on the Cleveland Cavaliers. This series tied at 2. The home team has won every single game in this series, and that trend continued. The Cleveland Cavaliers behind 28 points from Donovan Mitchell. They got 23 points from Darius Garland as well, and they needed every bit of that because Pablo Banchero, who is a second-year player out of Duke, he had 39 points and 8 rebounds, and it wasn't enough. 104-103, the Cavaliers win to take a 3-2 series lead to push the Orlando Magic on the brink of elimination. And then finally, last night, a team facing elimination. The Milwaukee Bucks play without both Damian Lillard, their star, and their franchise star, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Well, they got 29 points from Bobby Portis and 29 points from Chris Middleton. All 5 starters scored in double figures, and it was enough. 115-92. They forced Game 6 back in Indiana, and now things get interesting. 2 teams on the brink of elimination in the Eastern Conference staved off by forcing a Game 6. That would be the Milwaukee Bucks and the 76ers. Coming at you tonight, it is Game 5. The Boston Celtics look to put away the Miami Heat, leading 3-1. That is 7:30 on TNT. And then with the series tied at 2 between the 4 and the 5 seed out west, the Dallas Mavericks head on the road to take on the Los Angeles Clippers. Winner of that will force an elimination game on Friday. And now it is the Lord Stanley Cup. On Monday night, facing elimination, the Tampa Bay Lightning went to Florida, and it really did not go their way. Florida has been all over this from the get-go. Carter Verhaeghe got things started in the second period, then had another in the third, and it was a point scoring game for the Panthers. 2 in the second, 4 in the third, 6-1 victory. They eliminate the Tampa Bay Lightning and move on to the next round. Also on Monday night, the Dallas Stars were down 2-0. They lost both their home games. They were on the brink of being on the brink of elimination. Well, they walked into Vegas and they won both games. Wyatt Johnson had a goal in the second period. Dallas scores 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third to win 4-2 to tie the series at 2. The road team has won every single game in this series, which is not something you see every day. And then last night, the Toronto Maple Leafs on the brink of elimination, down 3-1 to the Boston Bruins. Jake McCabe scores 1 goal in the first period. Matthew Keynes scores another in overtime, and that is all she wrote. The Toronto Maple Leafs stave off elimination to force Game 6 at home against the Boston Bruins. Another Game 5 and a team facing elimination. It was the New York Islanders. They have blown 3 leads in this series, both within under 10 seconds, and they do it again on Tuesday night. Well, I'm sorry. They never had a lead on Tuesday night. They tied the game in the second period with Brock Nelson and Casey I don't even know how to say that. They got 2 goals in the second period to tie it at 3. And then Jack Drury, Stefan Noesen, and Seth Jarvis scored for the Carolina Hurricane. 2 goals in under 10 seconds in that third period. And they walked away with it and walked away with this series 4-0, eliminating the New York Islanders. And also last night, the Colorado Avalanche, they lost Game 1 and then did not lose the rest of the series. They got a bunch of goals from a bunch of people, specifically Mikko Rantanen, who got 2 goals in the third period. That was just the icing on the cake. They scored 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and they walk away with a 6-3 victory, and they eliminate the Winnipeg Jets by a final of 4-1. And then finally, the Nashville Predators on the brink of elimination again in Game 5. Well, they stave it off. All 3 goals of the entire game all came in the third period. The winner coming from Roman Josi in 7:15 with 7:15 left in the third period was the deciding factor. And the Nashville Predators will force a Game 6 at home in Nashville. Coming at you tonight, that is Wednesday. The Vegas Golden Knights are on the road, and that probably means they win because the road team has won every single game in this series. It is tied at 2. That's 7:30 ESPN. And then 10 o'clock on ESPN, Edmonton has the Kings on the rope, and their knees are stumbling and bumbling and wobbling. The Edmonton Oilers are on the brink of elimination. Oh, I'm sorry. The Los Angeles Kings are on the brink of elimination to the Edmonton Oilers, down 3-1. Coming at you Thursday night, it is Game 6 between the heated rivals Boston Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs still on the brink of elimination, down 3-1, tries to force a Game 7 back in Boston. And that'll do it for today's rendition of the 10-Minute Sports Report. Thank you, everyone, for being here. An all-new episode of the 4th and 1 podcast will be coming out later this week, so make sure you go check that out. We talked Deion Sanders this week. 61% of the 2023 class, that was last year's class, his first class he's recruited, has entered the transfer portal and left the program. This is back-to-back years with over 60% of the team entering the transfer portal and leaving. Is this a culture problem? Is this a kids he is recruiting problem? Is this a program problem? Or maybe just a Deion problem? All that and a bunch more, because Missouri is also getting a brand new stadium with value $250 million. There's just too much money flying around. Until next time, everyone, know that God loves you. I will pray God bless you. Please send me your prayers. Wash those hands because y'all are filthy animals. We'll talk to you Friday. Some teams might be eliminated. Some teams might have forced Game 7. We'll find out. See you later.